Hello, everybody. How are you?
I was still dancing.
I know, my chair's making noises. How are we? How was your weekend? How are we feeling?
A little burnt out. Thank you for asking.
Mildly burnt out, super brain foggy.
Well, tired,
Um,
but
I
got a lot of work done, so I'm not upset about it.
got a lot of work done this weekend. I feel like less than ideal, but also as much as my brain would tolerate. So it's okay. Um, did you participate in the Worldwide Write-a-thon? What are you
Yes.
working on tonight?
Second draft. Is it second draft? I don't know. We've had this conversation. I'm working on my second round of revisions.
Correct. Same draft, second round of revisions. I'm back to working on book 3 edits. It's a process, but it's we're in motion. Let's see.
So let's answer that for me in the comments, everybody. How do you name your drafts? Because is it if it's completely rewritten, it's a draft 2, or is it just every round of edits is a new draft? Let me know your opinion because I don't know.
So to specify, you wrote a first draft, and then you did one round of edits, and then now you're on a second round of edits. So would you call that a third draft or a first draft with second revisions?
Yes.
What would you classify
How
it?
would you name it?
We're gonna put it up to a court of public opinion. Hello, Kate. Hi, Quinn. I feel like it's been a very long time. I'm so happy to see your face and your name. How you feeling? How you doing? Hello, Maria.
Hello.
Hello, Bree. I saw some of your lovely faces in sprints this weekend, and I love that. I'm so glad you made it to a live.
Yay.
We will have more just while we're on it. Hi. While we're on it, I do have all of the sprints for November already scheduled. So all of our Sunday night at 8 p.m. EST, and then also every Saturday at 11 a.m. EST are already scheduled. So you can set up all of your, if you're doing nano, or if you just want extra sprints in November, they're all already scheduled. So you can set all of your notifications so you don't miss anything. A little stuck on chapter 68. Oh, but I wrote almost 3,500 words so far. No sense in stopping until I finish the chapter. I like that. I support that. Hello. I've been tired and achy all day. Oh no. Those shots yesterday. That'll do it. Hoping to get some reading done. What are you reading? Something fantastic? I call it a second draft. Oh my gosh, it's Sam! Hi. I missed you. Life has been it's been a time, but no complaints tonight. I'm very happy you're here. Very happy. Oof, my draft naming is super messy. Usually first draft, hot off the press that no one has ever seen but me. Yes, is a draft 0. Draft 1 is when I rewrite everything. Draft 2 is revised based on feedback.
So you rename the draft even if you're just doing revisions. Got it.
Well, so she does a draft 0, and then she rewrites everything.
Yeah, I don't rewrite. I didn't rewrite anything. I'm just revising. Yeah.
Correct. That to me is a valid another draft. Anything after that is chaos. I don't know if I want to read or diamond paint. Ooh. Diamond paint to an audiobook.
The reason I'm asking is because somebody in one of the sprints from this weekend said they were on like draft 5 or draft 6, and I was like, it's always just the draft I'm working on. I don't know. I don't really name them anything. I have the original named like Project Ghost, and then the next one is like Project Ghost 2.0, and that's the one I'm actually revising so I don't lose any of that like vomit draft that I did in the first draft.
I actually don't think I do any of that. I don't think I number them or name them at all. And I think I do that out of like self-preservation because I know now being through like a publication process how many times I need to look at something. If I named and numbered every single one, I would go insane. So I just kind of be like, this is my draft. This is my book. I finished the book. Now I have to rework the book. And it's just edits. And I don't even count the number of edits that I do. I do as much as it needs, and I usually don't keep track of that. The only time I did actual drafts, multiple drafts of a book was for A Curse in Ash. I did. Nope, this finger.
Yeah, you actually rewrote from scratch like 2 times, 2 or 3 separate times.
Yes. Other than that, I write one draft and then I edit it as many times as needed until I have something finished.
Yeah.
That's how I do it.
Yeah, I just don't want to lose that original vomit draft. I want it to be separate than the one I'm currently changing and working on. And
yeah.
So at least I have the original. But I'm not every time I'm revising this one, I'm not changing the name or number or anything. I'm just working on the same project.
I'm reading The Intimacy Experiment and Eve. Eve is a graphic novel. Intimacy Experiment is the second book in a series. Very interesting. Draft 0 is word vomit. Draft 1 is slightly less messy word vomit. Draft 2, marginally coherent. Draft 2X is revised and approaching readable.
So I guess that would be on draft 2 in that scenario because it is marginally coherent.
So do you do a different document for every draft? Do you do a copy paste so that you have your original and then a second version? I never do that.
You wouldn't have to copy and paste it. You could just do file save as and save it under a different name.
Technicalities. What I'm saying is, do you save it as multiple things or do you just I never save my first draft.
I only save it as the very first draft as its own thing, and then I work in a second document separate.
Got it. I will do in Scrivener my first draft and I'll screenshot.
I never use their screenshot feature.
I do use their screenshot, but if you go back to it, you lose whatever you've done. So I've never actually utilized it, but it's there if something crashes or something and I really need it. But I never save original versions. I redo stuff without saving it or moving it around. Reading No Exit and confused as to why I never heard anyone call out the racial slur. I've never read it.
I've never even. I don't even know if I know what that is.
That? I don't think I know. But you know what? There's been a lot of books that I've seen be really, really hyped, and then things have never been called out in them. And then I notice them, and I'm like, how is nobody talking about this? And I go right to the reviews, and it's never there. Called a new draft only if the content was significantly changed, multiple paragraphs of additions and deletions. Otherwise, it's only editing, grammar, small changes. That's revising the draft.
See, in my head, revising is when you're significantly changing and changing the wording and the scenes around and stuff like that. Editing is just the small stuff, the grammar, that kind of stuff. But revising is you're actually changing a lot. But rewriting is when you just okay, push that one aside, rewrite the whole thing from scratch as a brand new draft.
Yeah. Everybody does it differently, which is totally cool. And I think that's the coolest part of the whole thing. That's just how we were just wondering, do we just treat it differently? Or is that just a thing that, I don't know. Cleaning out your fridge is important. I'm going to get more organizing and cleaning and stuff out for the move. We need to lay flooring this weekend, so I'm going to try to move some stuff as best I can. That sounds like a lot. Hello, Amy. We're going to get into our first 45-minute sprint. I'm just going to get through these comments. I only save the new chapter doc if I take out a whole scene or rewrite something entirely. If I'm just editing, I save it in the same doc. That being said, I do a monthly Scrivener export backup to Word files. So I have all my old drafts that way if I need them.
Yeah, it does a backup from the thing I'm working on. And then I did save a Scrivener of the first draft and export the first draft separate. Yeah. So that I have it as Word as well, just in case. But
my Scrivener backs up every time I close it, I think.
Mine does too, yeah.
But then I only keep the last 5. I have it set to only keep the last 5.
That's what I do, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I do too, and I also have it back up onto a 5 terabyte hard drive so that if my computer crashes, I won't lose anything.
Yeah.
So
Taylor Adams is the author. It's a racial slur to his agent. Ooh, that's not a good look. But I've never heard of that. That's how I think of it too. Very interesting. Diamond painting I'm working on is an alpine retreat from diamond dots. Dots on pots. Is it the COVID or does that not make sense? What does that say?
I think it's dots on pots.
Diamond dots on pots? Diamond things.
I've heard of diamond dots.
Dippin' Dots?
No, I've heard of diamond dots. They sell them at like Michael's and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've had scares where Scrivener ate an automatic backup or failed to do so. Listen,
you don't even want to know about the scares that Julie has had with Scrivener. Like she had to go in and like pull from a PDF to create a new document because it crashed on her.
It got rid of it. It got rid of everything. Yeah. I was like, oh, I had to change the formatting back. That was a nightmare.
I was like, and now I'm going to buy myself a hard drive so that this never happens to me.
That was for Curse and Ash.
That. You had so much problems with the Curse and Ash.
That book was the bane of my existence for 5 years. 5 years before publishing. And then even the publishing process was not smooth.
No, it was not.
Not that this one is getting any easier. So I'm sorry if you ordered this from Amazon, it's saying you're going to get it in December. I don't think that's true, but right now, pure clusterfuck. Finished 2 books this weekend and now looking for a book to meet the buzzword prompt for November, hoping I have one that I want to read. What's the prompt? Ooh, I want to find one. Oh, wait.
ING words, I think.
ING. Yeah. ING in the title. All right. Any suggestions? Throw them in the comments. We're going to start the first 45-minute sprint because I need to cough for a while. I'm going to look at my shelves though for a while just to see if I can help Amy. Not like that's going to help me know what's on your shelves, but I'm going to do it anyway. And then we can all get to work and I want to hear how everybody does. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right. Let's sprint. Good luck, everyone.
Good luck.
Hello, friends. Welcome back. What the hell are we doing? Let's see what everybody says.
I added 400 words.
Noise.
I also deleted like an entire scene, so that's not bad.
I deleted a crap ton and still added 543 words. Not fantastic. I'm not really looking to add right now, but it's still happening.
I am looking to add, so I'm excited about the addition of the 400 words.
Yes, you need to add. I just don't. Let's see. Amy already read one of the Bachmans that I suggested, was thrillered out, was thinking about The Wicker King. Sea Angel came. Hello. Glad you could make it.
The Wicker King is such a good book.
So good.
It's so good.
It's a quick read. It'll be a good one. Amy watched an old episode of CSI Miami. Maria's reading Letters to the Lost and not loving one of the characters. I have not read that, so I don't know. I got here just after the sprint started and outlined another scene for my novel. Fantastic.
Nice.
Congrats. Well done. Have you been working this weekend for the Worldwide Write-a-thon? I think so. I think I saw you around. Maybe. I could be hallucinating, but hopefully progress is making. Got the closet emptied, sorted some things out, also did some dog training research. Fantastic.
Nice.
Worked on organizing an organization scheme for my books. So I rearranged my bedroom to make a bookshelf more accessible. I recently did the same thing. Is it organized? No. Is it accessible? Yes. Read 2 chapters of The Intimacy Experiment and 35 pages of Eve. Both are really good.
Nice. Is that Eve the I know you said it was a graphic novel. Is that the graphic novel that one like they made like not a live action movie. It's still animated, but it had that like uncanny valley. The characters looked almost real, even though they were animated. Is it the same one?
I don't know the answer to that. I read an entire novella last night. I almost said book, but it is a novella, The Patient. I'm still reading Us Against You by Frederick Bachman because I need to get to book 3, which came, and it's the wrong one. Am I going to read it anyway because I don't want to wait? Yes. Am I happy? No.
It's the right book.
It's the right book. It's the wrong size. I want it paperback to match my other ones. So I ordered the UK paperback, thinking like it'll be a different publisher, but no big deal. No, it's a giant paperback. Like it's bigger than my face. It is not the size of his normal books. It's also very big. It's a very big book. But it is. I mean, it's big, so it might not be a bad one to read. But I will have to still buy one that matches my other ones at some point.
Yeah, I don't think it's. I looked up that graphic novel. It's not the same.
Okay. Kate got 350 words, and the character and the chapter hit 4.5K. One of these days, I will finish a chapter before it hits 5,000, but it won't be today. You and me both. Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen that show. This one is the Victor Laval. The cover is a little black girl and a teddy bear.
Oh, the one I'm thinking of is called Alita.
I don't know that one either.
Like, here's the main character from the movie, and it's animated.
No.
Yeah,
Immediately no.
Like, all I did was Googled Uncanny Valley animated movie, and it was like one of the first ones that came up. Because I was not alone in my assumption of that. It's like that was like,
nope.
It made me uncomfortable because it was hard to tell if it was a real, like, is it real or is it animated? And
the eyes are too big. It's the eyeballs. It's the eyeballs for me.
Yeah.
Got to page 284, and when I got there, part of me wants to just throw the book. Throw it. I've thrown books. It's cathartic. The copy, mine just came in, but it came from the UK, which quantifies the lateness. That stings for you. I'm sorry. My husband is funny. The new episode has started, and he says, "Ooh, someone is going to die." I said, "But how and why? And what will reach you?" Somebody always dies in CSI. What are you talking about? CSI Miami, somebody's always dead.
That's the whole premise of the show.
Well, that's the entire point of the show. What do you mean? Ooh,
someone dies, and
of course someone dies.
They find them through crime.
There's a sunglass moment. There's a moment with the sunglasses, and then the show.
He figures it out, and he's like, "Let's go and get him."
Mm-hmm.
And then it's always, he gets there, and he goes.
At the beginning, it's always the taking off. That body is positioned wrong. It's always it's stupid. It's so stupid.
But in the middle, when he figures it out, he's like, "Let's go and get him.
Let's go." Dun-dun.
He puts his sunglasses on.
So stupid.
Oh, that's Law and Order, but you know what I mean.
I know. I did the bump like it wasn't Dick Wolf's SVU, but like you knew what I meant. Someone's gonna die, of course. Friends, I can't. Oh, thank you so much for that dramatic reenactment. Beautiful, Amber.
He does do that. He's like, he'll be like, "This wasn't an accident."
It's the taking off for me every time in his like too tight suit pants and his like button down shirt, and he's like, "No."
But what gets me is when they go to get the guy. Every time they go to get the guy, he has to put him, and he's like, "Let's get him."
I guarantee you,
he always turns his head.
Every single time he does one of the take off the glasses scenes, there's always a palm tree and a sunset behind him. Every time.
Because he's in Miami. There's always a sunset and palm trees behind him, no matter which way he turns.
Yeah, any day, any time of day, there will be a dead body, a sunset, and a palm tree. Every time. I haven't seen that show in forever. I'm tired. We're gonna sprint again. We're gonna do another 45 minutes.
It's always like, "Oh, there was a car accident," and he's like, "Do you see the way that body is positioned? It's not a car accident. It was murder."
Dumbest thing. I want to be like, who's watching something good? Nobody. I can't. They could answer 1,000 different things, and I wouldn't know a single thing to talk about in reference to a show.
No. I feel like the things that people are talking about are things that I'm not gonna watch.
No. Hello.
Like a lot of people are talking about the Rings of Power, which is like the Lord of the Rings prequel. I'm not gonna watch it. People are talking about the House of the Dragon, which is the, prequel. And I'm like, I'm not gonna watch it.
Nope.
Like, unless it's something I've already seen, or it only has 20-minute episodes, I'm probably not gonna watch it.
It won't be pain. Smoking bowl. Cue the music. Absolutely ridiculous. We are going to jump into another 45-minute sprint because we can. And that's what we do here. So why are you doing the owl neck? It wasn't bad enough yesterday that you had to do the squiggly arms. Now you have to do owl neck? Rings of Prime? That's what it's called? It's not Rings of Power?
It's Rings of Power, I believe.
Is it on Prime? It's not on Prime.
Is it Prime?
I don't know. It might
Lord
be.
of the Rings, the Rings of Power. Now watch on Prime Video.
It's Prime. Got it.
Yeah. Which I could watch. I'm not gonna.
Do I want to reread The Lord of the Rings now?
No, Julie, you're rereading Bachman right now.
But I want to reread all the books I have and also read all my new books. Because of the book, I'm going to diamond paint. Hopefully, I will be done this diamond painting soon. There you go.
I just started a new. I finished one recently and then started a new one.
I did start back doing one again, and it's annoying me, but it's beautiful. All right, let's get back to work because this book is not going to edit itself. I wish it would. It won't. Did I also just decide that like this whole scene, all these pages don't belong anymore? Yes, they're gone now.
Bang.
And me. The battle between reread or read it's so ridiculous. And right now, reread is winning every single time.
So I remember at the beginning of the year, I was like, I'm going to reread all the books this year. So I started tracking it, if it was a new read or if it was a reread. I've reread one book this year.
I've reread way more than that.
And it was Strange the Dreamer, so I could read Mutes of Nightmares.
Ooh, I reread both of those with you so that you could read them the first time.
I reread Strange the Dreamer. I didn't read it for the first time this time. And I also want to reread all
I reread both
of the Diviners so that I could read the last book.
I need to search by filter for rereads. No, can I search for my own filters? I'm not going to do this right now. Okay. This is stupid. But let's just figure this out, shall we? No, I'm still trying to do this thing, and it's not. This is ridiculous. Okay, timers. I'm sorry. I apologize. Let's go be productive, please. Thank you.
Good luck, everyone.
Hello, friends. How are we doing? What was that? What was that? Are you okay?
My eyes looked it when I opened again.
Oh
They were like,
goodness.
stay closed. No. Just that I didn't realize how like intently I was staring at the screen. And then afterward it's like, oh.
Good Lord.
I don't think I blinked enough.
I deleted a lot.
I deleted a whole other scene.
Mm-hmm.
And so now I'm down to like 300 words added.
Yeah. Because
I did like a whole other scene and then added more, so
yeah.
It evened back out a little bit.
I'm almost done this chapter though. I've got like one more sentence to figure out here. How did everybody do? Did it's new?
I also see that you said you couldn't let it go and that you reread 9 books.
I did.
It seems like more.
I will figure out a way to figure this out on StoryGraph. I figured it out.
Oh, you were on StoryGraph. I was on my spreadsheet. You didn't keep one this year.
Yeah. Yeah, I did not. I decided to streamline my reading experience, and then apparently that made it difficult to find things I actually wanted to find. So, joke's on me. But, all right, that is done. Let's see how everybody did. I do feel good about my edits, though, and I feel good about the things that I took out of a scene because I took away things that didn't move the plot forward enough to put in things that did.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I haven't actually gotten to putting in the things that did, but I'm gonna.
It's a long process editing.
I know. I at least took enough out of the chapter that I can add in what I need to without being like a 6,000 word chapter,
Good.
Read 54 more pages of Eve, and I really like it. I'm so glad. Bree got done some research that I need to do for the pup, ran through songs I'm doing for Tuesday to lead worship, and then did a hint more organizing. Love it. Love it. Love it. Amy doesn't want to go to work tomorrow.
Julie does not have to go to work tomorrow because she still has the COVID.
Listen, I don't love it. I'm not having a good
I would
time.
rather go to work than have the COVID, honestly.
I can't believe after this long, I finally got it. Not finally, like I've been waiting to get it. Like I can't believe I actually got it. Like I keep going like, I can't believe I have it.
And it's crazy because I don't think people really understand how careful and like stringent you've been on like masking and washing and sanitizing and like not going places because you not only take care of children, you take care of your 93-year-old grandmother. So you've been you've been even more careful than I have, and knock on wood, I still haven't got it yet. I'm sure my time will come eventually, but
listen, I am grateful that I was fully vaccinated and double boosted. And
at least if you got it now and not back in the beginning when
I wouldn't have made it.
It was killing folks.
I wouldn't have made it. It's because it already doesn't feel good, and I'm like as possibly vaccinated as I could be. And it was something really like innocuous. Like I went and picked up my sister and my niece from the airport. We drove home 20 minutes with masks on, but they got home and they tested positive, and that was enough time for me.
And what was like 2 days later you tested positive?
I picked them up on Thursday, and by Monday I tested positive. Saturday I tested myself before I went to a pumpkin carving party just to be sure, because I was like, I'm not going to go if I'm bad. But then I was like, listen, full transparency, like I was in close contact. I just tested negative. How do you feel? And they were like, no, just to be careful, like don't come. And I was like, thank God I didn't, because by Monday it was positive. So
you would have been Agent Zero.
I would have felt horrible. I would have felt horrible. So I was like, I'm glad I didn't go. And I completely I let them know, like I wasn't going to not tell somebody the risk associated with being around me. But
Yeah, and I mean, I have just been sick. You know, I was sick for like 2 weeks. I'm just starting to finally get over it a little bit.
Yeah.
And I tested many times, and it was always negative. It wasn't COVID. It was something else, but it was just a chest cold or something. But
Yep. It is what it is.
But it
So,
seems to
yeah.
have taken away the ability to properly drink from me. I think because my throat was so sore for so long that like now I keep forgetting how to swallow and like choking on my drink. I don't understand what's going on.
That's awful. Let's see. Bree's gonna take the rest of the night to read. I am too, and not let the amount of work left to do keep me from taking time to rest. I'm glad. As I went to get a little baggie I used for my diamond paintings, I pulled from the wrong end, and now I have to pick up drills. Yeah.
That's why I kit up and I don't work out of baggies because I would do something like that.
That would not end well for me. My husband thinks I might have pneumonia. I'm so sorry, but at least you tested negative. But also, you can get a pneumonia shot. You can get a shot for that, like a flu shot. 352 is great, Kate. Hopefully you made progress and you're feeling better about your chapter. I definitely feel a lot more alive today. Thank you.
One thing I did do yesterday or the day before, when did I diamond paint? Last night? Yeah, it was last night. Mm-hmm. Is I have these two macaroons, right? Mm-hmm. That I keep up here. This one has my wax. I don't know by color. Honestly, I don't remember which one by color is which.
Yeah.
So I picked one of them up and I went like this to open it to put more wax in without thinking. It was this one. This one has my trash drills. Whoa, and yeah. I just spilled again.
Just did it again.
It was just a few. But it spilled like a lot onto my active diamond painting. I was like, okay. So I spent like a good 20 minutes yesterday just like picking random colored diamonds off of my diamond painting.
I do that too. I have the two for the same thing, same purpose. Friends, that is our 2 sprints. We will be back next Sunday for more sprints, and then in November for Saturdays and Sundays. This Friday, I already have scheduled a live show. So this Friday at 8 p.m. EST, if you would like to join me, it is the 1-year anniversary of this one coming out of A Curse and Ash Publishing. That happened on the 5th of October. So while this book comes out on Tuesday, if you haven't pre-ordered it, you can still do that and get your swag for another day or two. But I'm going to do a party for this one for the 1 year and just kind of go over what that first year has been like for me. We're going to have a trivia thing on the book. So if you've read the book, there's going to be a trivia quiz and a bingo board and prizes. And we're just going to hang out for a little bit to celebrate that and that. Mostly that, kind of that too, though, because this is a thing that happened. And you can come hang out. You know? I did finish the scene that it was giving me the fits, and this last scene is going much smoother. I'm so glad. Maybe it's a glass of wine. I need to get the flu shot, and it's time for a booster shot too. The super booster. Yes.
I've had 2 boosters at this point.
I did get the super booster.
So.
You did too. The last booster that you got was the variant one.
Mm-hmm.
Yay, celebration time. Yes. Well, welcome back. We're finishing. I'm so sorry, Joanne. But yeah, I think that's all of my updates, right? Live show for A Curse and Ash on Friday. Prophecy and Ash comes out on Tuesday. Amber already got shipping confirmation on her Unplugged exclusive for A Prophecy and Ash, and I have it on good authority that the rest of them are going out on Monday. So those will be coming out very, very quickly. If you ordered the Unplugged exclusives, there's a good chance you're going to get your Unplugged exclusive before the regular ones come, because Amazon's having weird printing issues, which I think is Ingram. And I think once the book goes live, it'll revert back to Amazon printing and it should be fine. But we'll see.
Yeah. Actually, I think that mine, I got shipping confirmation, but it's because she printed the sticker. My shipping
No,
sticker.
She said she dropped off boxes. She said she dropped off. Did you get the full or did you get partial?
I got just the second book.
just the second book. She said that she already put into the mail anybody who got both books, and then anybody who just got book 2 is going out tomorrow.
Yeah. When I went in into it to see the details, it said it had been printed but not picked up yet or whatever. So
yeah. So that will be, they'll be coming out, and who knows, you might get them sooner. And then I'm gonna mask up and go tomorrow to sign anybody who got them from my local indie. I'm gonna go sign those tomorrow.
I kind of hope I get it before the live show, even though I can't really show that one on the live show because I don't want to spoil people.
I know. But we'll see. We'll see how they come in. We'll see how they come in. I mean, if they go out on Monday, then, we'll see. But, all right. I know. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But we're back here every week. Yay. I'll see you Friday.
And in November, we'll be here on Saturdays too.
You're very welcome. Yes. So Saturdays at 11 a.m. in November for extra nano sprints. Every Sunday at 8 p.m. EST. We are here for productivity sprints. We will see you all next week. Well, Friday, hopefully. Hopefully come Friday. Prizes, giveaways, all kinds of fun stuff. And then Sunday.
Otherwise, we'll be here Sunday.
We'll be here Sunday.
Yeah.
All right, friends. Thank you so much. Have a great week.
Ow.
Bye.